Hi everyone, and welcome to Talk 65. Now this week we're talking about cholesterol, and it's one of those things that it's a bit insidious in that we don't know that we've got high cholesterol if we do develop it at all. It's often when we go to the doctors with something else and they say, let's just check your bloods. So your bloods are sent away to be tested. The next thing you get a call from your surgery saying, would you like to come in and see the doctor? And they tell you you've got high cholesterol. And understandably, a lot of people will begin to panic. Well, high cholesterol, does that mean I'm going to have a heart attack or a stroke? Unfortunately, if your cholesterol is high, it could mean that you're more disposed towards having a heart attack or a stroke, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen. There are things we can do as well to help with our own cholesterol. If you are diagnosed, you might be given something like statins, and they will actually help to lower the production of cholesterol within your own body. Now, it's worth realising that that's exactly what happens. We have cholesterol that's produced directly by our own bodies. It's produced in the liver. It's a kind of waxy, fatty substance. Now, if your cholesterol is too high, what can happen is it clogs up the arteries, and that's why you get that extra, if you like, chance of having a stroke or a heart attack. So we don't want high cholesterol, and we have to appreciate that as well as it being produced in our body, we eat a lot of foods that are high in cholesterol. Things like very fatty meats, processed meats, that kind of thing. Anything that has obvious fat on it, where possible, cut that off. Or it could be that you eat a lot of dairy hard products like butter and cheese, that kind of thing. So be very careful that you're not overdoing those kind of foods. We don't have to cut them completely, but our diet can make a big difference. Now, cholesterol is useful in the body because what it does, it helps to actually create cells, it helps to build them. It can also help with our digestion, and it can help with the production of hormones and vitamin D. So it's not all bad. You will be told that you have high cholesterol or you have low cholesterol, or it could just be that you're told that your cholesterol level is absolutely normal. Now, if it's normal, it's just in your body. It's nothing bad at all. If it's the wrong kind of cholesterol, so if you like the bad cholesterol, this is the one that furs up the arteries, if you like, that is referred to as the LDL. And it's simply that cholesterol actually combines with protein in your bloods, and that's what takes it around the system. And the LDL, if you think of the L as standing for low or lousy or obviously not good. So it's the one that we're not really happy to have, which is the bad cholesterol. So we don't want the arteries and things furring up. The good cholesterol is called HDL. And what that does, it actually helps to break down and get rid of the bad cholesterol in our bodies. So what can we do that will actually make it easier for us? If we go to the doctors and we're told, yes, your blood cholesterol is high, he may or she may say to you, I think we better put you on statins. And all the statins do is they will actually prevent the production of too much cholesterol within your body. It's the liver that produces it. So that medication will help the liver not to produce too much. People can be on statins for a long time. Obviously, your doctor will keep an eye on that. Don't panic if you're told you've got high cholesterol. You can do a lot to help. The first thing you can do is watch your diet. As I mentioned, there are foods like the hard fats, the meats that are very high in fat, that kind of thing. You've really got to watch. Even things like coconut oil, a lot of the oils are very high in cholesterol. So what we need to do is cut down on those. Eat the healthy foods that we're always talking about. For a low cholesterol, good food, you're talking about things like liver, fish, eggs, nuts, olive oil, that kind of thing. So they're all good and they will help you to keep a healthy cholesterol level. So it doesn't have to be extreme. You're not changing your diet dramatically. Again, lots of fruit, veg, that kind of things, and lots of water. Also, you have to think about fibre in your diet. So make sure that you up your fibre. We need plenty. Also, you can think about exercise. What are you doing that keeps you active? People who are active tend to have lower cholesterol levels than those who are inactive. So exercise, what should we be doing? Approximately 30 minutes every day, 5 days a week. So you need a couple of days off. Now you can either have the 2 days off together or you can split them up in the week. And if you don't like the thought of doing 30 minutes exercise, what you can do is do 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. If you're regularly exercising, it is great. What not to do is nip down to your gym one day, do 2 or 3 hours and think, right, that's me for the week. That generally isn't good for your body. Also things like strengthening exercises, and that's things like even carrying your shopping counts. But if you've got any weights, you could use those. It builds the muscle, helps keep you fit and active. Using your joints as well all the time. So walk when you can. So strength exercise is good. You don't have to have great big weights. Don't forget, we can always use the old cans of beans or water bottles because they're very good. Also think about, do you smoke? Smoking has been directly associated with high cholesterol. So it's not something that you want to do a lot of. If you can cut it completely, great. But I know for a lot of people, that's very difficult, if not impossible. So try and cut down on smoking. And also we need to be aware of the effect of alcohol. If we're having a lot of alcohol and we're having it on a regular basis, then you may find that your cholesterol levels start to go up. But again, these things are all within our grasp to actually regulate the cholesterol within our bodies. So what are some of the myths about cholesterol? Well, the first one is, I suppose, that if you have margarine instead of butter, you won't get high cholesterol. Not true. It could be you're genetically predisposed towards high cholesterol. So look back in your family. Is there maybe a history of high cholesterol or heart attacks or strokes? It might be worth, if there is, going to your doctor and having it checked. And certainly as the doctor's surgeries start to open up a bit more, you may find that your clinics start to open where you can go and see the nurse even and have a bit of a checkup. And they may take your bloods for you if you say that you've got any anxiety about cholesterol. People think that margarine is healthier. It is not. And many margarines will have what's called trans fats. We've talked about these before. Very dangerous to the human body. You'll find that a lot of the good margarines now have stopped using them, but check your label. And a little bit of butter won't do any harm so long as you're not having it thick so that you can see your teeth mark when you bite into it. Okay, so what else is a myth? Only old people get cholesterol, high cholesterol. No, untrue. You can get very young people who have cholesterol. And again, this could be a genetic thing. So we all need to be very much aware. It's only overweight people that have high cholesterol. Again, not true. You can often find people who look very slim, very fit and very healthy, and they actually aren't at all. If they're eating the wrong things and not living a good lifestyle, they can have high cholesterol problems and other health problems as well. The last one is, but I feel fine. So how can I possibly have high cholesterol? There's nothing wrong with me. I'm healthy. I eat healthily. Unfortunately, you don't need to see any signs because there aren't any. It's one of those things you don't know anything about, as I said at the beginning, until you actually go and have it checked. The only way you can have it properly diagnosed is to go to your doctors and have your bloods checked. It's not a matter of your pal saying, oh, you'll have high cholesterol. You need to do this, you need to do that, you need to eat special foods, etc. Really, it's just being sensible. Eating those same foods that we've talked about so often, keeping a nice healthy lifestyle as regards being out, being active, do what you can, cutting down on smoking, cutting down on alcohol, and you should be fine. Lovely to talk to you, and hopefully I'll talk to you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.